Welcome boardwalkers to my art studio. I'm CB Mac, and on this channel you'll find tutorials about plein air painting with watercolors, gouache, ink, graphite, charcoal, and color pencils. I do art supply reviews as well. Today I thought I would share with you how to use the B&J's, the Masters brush cleaner and preservative to clean and fix your brushes that look like my mop brush today. Basically, you can get this in any size, this Brush Masters cleaner. You can get it in a much smaller jar, but it's just basically like a soap. And what you do is you wet your brush, make sure your brush is real clean. And since this is a mop brush and it's excess water in it, I'm going to squeeze it out some. And basically what we're trying to do is just run the bristles in this cleaner and soap it up and firm it up. And then what we're going to do is just rub it all over this. And bring this to a point and see if this will bring it to a point after it dries. So that we can trim this brush a little bit better and play with it a little bit better next time when we're painting. I'm going to open up this paper towel. And you always want to let your brushes rest horizontally when they're drying. And that's going to dry to a nice little point. I'm going to dip this one in here. See how that comes to a nice little point? We're going to make sure this brush is clean. Rub it around. You want to work that bristles into the bristles to make sure your brush is clean and that all the color is out of it. I'm going to use this one to rinse. That way we can see whether it's clean or not. And it does take a good while to make sure that all this brush preserver is cleaned out of our brushes. And a little bit of residue in here. Then we're going to fix this to a chiseled point. Now I left a good bit of the brush preservative in this first brush because these bristles are so wild and we want it to try to come and dry to a point. But we're just going to keep rubbing these in here. Get some lather on them. There we go. Now we're lathering up. Make sure this brush is nice and clean. Ooh, this one is not clean. This one has got some blue watercolor in it from the last brush we washed in this preserver. Before we use this. Alright. And we're just going to put these in here. We're going to bring these to a nice little chiseled point. Lay these down flat here. And then we will leave these for a couple of days. And then when we go to paint with these, to see how these brushes are really working, they'll be ready for us to use. Bring it to a nice point. And then if I need to trim these again, we can trim them again. Set that one down to where it will dry. Facing down. And stand horizontal with it. There we go. This one's going to a point. You just want to bring it to a point. My thread is coming undone on this one. I'm going to have to glue that back down again. We'll just bring it to a point. Some of these I'm rinsing, some of these I'm not, because I want more of the soap preserver in the brush to keep it, to hold the point. But you just run it across like a bar of soap. To clean your brushes. Bring it to a nice point. Put some more of this excess one on here. See if I can get these bristles to lay flat on this mop. That really to a nice point so that when we go to cut it and trim it again, it'll be nice and pointy. Stay put brush. Do my little liner brush. Bring it to a nice chisel point. There we go. That's really nice and chiseled. And then our last little brush. And it's to a nice chisel point. I'll set that one way over here. And that's how you use the BJ B&J, the Master's Brush Cleaner and Preserver. You can use this on oil paint, watercolor, acrylics, or any stains. Then you just close it right back up. And then before you use any of these brushes, you're going to want to take them and run them under the sink or swish them around in a clean jar of water to make sure you get all of that preservative soap out of your bristles, because you don't want that in any of your paint. You're basically just going to use this to keep it nice and chiseled and keep your bristles straight. And what it does is it'll dry hard, like when your brushes come with the bristles stiff, but usually when you get them brand new, but usually that is gum arabic that you use, that they use, the manufacturers use. But this will hold to a dry point. And I'll show y'all next week when we do the actual paintings for these new brushes that I promised you that we would do. We'll take these brushes and we'll rinse some of them out and we'll see how they work. If you're enjoying this video, please click the thumbs up, the like button. Subscribe to my channel. It does make a difference in the growth and support of my channel, and it gets this video and all the other ones out to more viewers, more subscribers. And thank you to the 28 subscribers that I have this year so far. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.